The Muppet Show is a cultural touchstone of 70s nostalgia. The Muppet Show, created by Jim Henson, brought laughs, music, and even some touching moments to television screens across the world. So when Henson and Company decided to produce a Muppet feature film in 1979, it was still a major risk, but it seemed like a surefire hit for Henson. The movie was released and was a massive success for the Henson Company, making roughly around $70 million against an $8 million budget, thus solidifying the Muppets as more than just a fun television distraction. Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, and the others were launched into stardom. But how well does the film hold up nearly 47 years after its original premiere? Well, it all boils down to what you're looking for from these characters, as there have been many reinterpretations of what they're supposed to be like since this film's original release. Even back then, you could make the argument that the Muppets act differently compared to how they do on the show, leaning more into the heartfelt than the straight up zany nature that they typically had on the show. Not to say that the Muppet Show didn't have heartfelt moments, it certainly did, but it was first and foremost a comedy program. Ultimately, the same can be said for the Muppet movie. It's definitely a road trip musical comedy with plenty of laughs to be had, but the emotional undertones take a greater portion of the runtime. It's a film about optimism, following your dreams, and remembering to laugh along the way, which perfectly describes Jim Henson's journey to becoming a puppeteer. The human cast is made up of Charles Durning, a frog selling Colonel Sanders parody named Doc Hopper, and his assistant Max, played by Austin Pendleton. They want Kermit to be the mascot for their restaurants, but Kermit, rightfully so, doesn't want to promote the eating of his own kind. They're fine antagonists for the most part, but they don't really do much outside of occasionally stopping the plot here and there. And it definitely wouldn't be a Muppet production without a cavalcade of celebrity cameos that definitely date the film for anyone who's not well versed in the time period. There are some bigger standouts, including Bob Hope, Mel Brooks, Steve Martin, Dom DeLuise, stand-up comedian Richard Pryor, and of course Orson Welles. If you have little to no knowledge of the movie world, especially at the time of this film's release, a majority of these cameos will definitely go over your head. But they don't break the movie because they aren't playing themselves, so it doesn't really become a distracting disturbance. The film also has a catchy and upbeat soundtrack with great songs like Moving Right Along and Can You Picture That are two of the more upbeat and energetic songs. And then there are also some more somber songs like the opening theme Rainbow Connection and of course Gonzo's song I Want to Go Back There Someday. All of this comes together to make one of the most iconic Muppet song lists from any of their film projects. The film does lose some of its pacing about halfway through thanks to some random stops like a date between Kermit and Miss Piggy, and Doc Hopper gets progressively more insane as the film goes on, and it gets to a pretty silly degree. But overall, the film is still enjoyable despite its slight pacing issues. While it's not my favorite Muppet adventure, it's still a charming movie that I still go back to from time to time. If you're new to the Muppets, this is definitely a great place to start. I'm going to be giving this our official nerd video rating of an A-. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And be sure to check out our text reviews over on Facebook and our upcoming WordPress site. Links to everything will be in the description. Until next time, I am AMPEDHERO with Nerd Video, and I will see you at the movies.